Hi, my name is Gary Fuston. Please join me each and every Saturday right here on your station GHP Radio from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central as I host G House Jazz and more. Introducing new music, artist interviews, entertainment and music news and more. Let me expand and take you to another level in the era of the indie artist. Right here on your station GHP Radio, your new independent music source. You are listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. All right, I am back, and welcome back. As promised, I do have my featured guest today on the show, and his name is Richard Blackwell. He is he's over the Jazz on My Mind Coast to Coast. They have a great website. Features a lot of artists in jazz, and it's a great website, and we're going to discuss with him as well as the CEO of iTrackRadio.com, which powers our station, GHP Radio, Mr. Edward McDaniel. I have both of the gentlemen on the phone, and we're going to have our discussion. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, Gary, how you doing, man?
Doing fine. How you doing, Ray?
Good.
Good. Mr. Blackwell.
Yes, good. How you doing today?
Oh man, I'm doing great now, man. Got you on the show here, man. Ready to talk with you, man. And really interested. I want my listeners to know a little bit about your website and you. I mean, what are you doing these days, man? Look like you're bringing the jazz thing back, man. We got a lot of stuff trying to take the jazz away, and we're not going to let that happen. So,
no, we're not.
Yeah, speak to us, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. And Gary, first of all, I'd like to say good evening to both you and also to Brother Ray McDaniels. How you doing, Brother Ray?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just glad that we got this connection here with getting you on the air here.
Well, this is a true blessing. We've been trying to do this, and Gary, thank you for having us on your show, having me on your show tonight. Like you mentioned, Gary, the name of the website is jazzonmymind.com, and it's a website which is dedicated to jazz. We interview jazz musicians, we interview jazz radio personalities, and we also interview jazz enthusiasts. Right. And we're doing everything that we can to keep jazz alive. That's what it's all about, Gary. Absolutely,
man. Well, we're really thankful that you and your team over there are doing such a great job bringing this and keeping it out there. So speak to us a little bit about the organization as far as what do you guys actually do on the website. I noticed you have lots of videos and interviews with some absolutely great artists, as well as just all kinds of information for the jazz world. So, kind of give us some details here, man.
Sure. Well, Gary, the website was started in Los Angeles, California, in November of last year, 2008. And it started as an idea as to what me and my partner, Chris Ramisco, could do to keep jazz alive. We wanted to do something positive to maintain that culture. So we went back and forth with a few ideas, and we came up with, hey, let's put it on the website. Let's video jazz musicians all around the world, and let's feature their music. And in that way, people will see that these guys are very much still recording. You've got a lot of jazz musicians, Gary and Ray, who are recording music, but the avenues for them to be heard now are limited.
Yeah.
And that's why, Gary, what you're doing is such a tremendous thing. We applaud you because you're doing your part in keeping jazz alive. You've got a tremendous jazz radio program, and people are listening to you, and they're hearing that music, and that's another avenue for it to be heard. Without jazzonmymind.com and without your radio show, Gary, that would be less means for people to hear this jazz.
Absolutely.
So after starting the website in Los Angeles, Jazz on My Mind moved to the East Coast in June of 2009. We decided to come to Wilmington, Delaware, where we're based right now, and we visited cities such as Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and Wilmington, Delaware is a very big jazz town. This is the home of the great trumpeter Clifford Brown. Also, Max Roach has come through here back in the 40s and the 50s.
Yeah.
It's also the home of Mr. Wilby Fletcher, who is a world-renowned drummer, excellent drummer, and he's been featured on the website. Awesome. And this is also the home to Robert Boise Lowry, and that's the man who taught Clifford Brown and also Wilby Fletcher the rudiments of music. Now, since we have been here, we have discovered a lot of up-and-coming talent. Also, there's a band here called Alfie Moss and the Dexter Kuntz Project, and they have been featured a few times on Jazz on My Mind. And I got to add that Mr. Dexter Kuntz is a tremendous, multi-talented musician who is the nephew of Mr. Robert Lowry, who's better known as Boise.
All right.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on here, Gary and Ray, and for us to be able to be a part of it at this particular time, it is a true blessing to be able to help these jazz musicians proceed with their careers and continue to put that music out there. It's an absolute wonderful thing, and we love it just like you do, Gary.
All right. Well, man, that sounds great. That really does. Now, I noticed that also, as viewing some of the videos with the artists and everything, I noticed that you actually go to different venues, like restaurants, where the artists are actually playing there, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. This Jazz on My Mind has been on the East Coast, and the same as we did on the West Coast. We become friends to clubs that where these musicians are able to come and play. Places like the Rebel in Wilmington, Delaware. Places like Basil's, which is also in Wilmington. Philly's Bar and Grill in Philadelphia. There's so many places that have opened their doors to us, because in opening their doors, they're letting us come in and videotape these jazz artists perform, put them on the website, and now they're being seen by thousands and thousands of people around the world.
It's brilliant.
And if I could add that on September 16th, Jazz on My Mind Coast to Coast was named the #1 website for entertainment on webs.com.
All right. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And my team, Chris and Charlene, we have been very proud of that award, because that's quite a feat in itself. That's quite an honor. And we cherish that very deeply.
Definitely, man. That's great to hear, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Richard, what did you do before y'all decided to do Jazz on My Mind? That's what I want.
Well, I was a disc jockey in Los Angeles. I've worked at R&B stations in Los Angeles. I've worked at KJLH 102.3 FM. I worked at KACE, which was 103.9 FM. I also worked at AM 1230 KGFJ. I have a 15-year radio career in Los Angeles, and I left doing that to pursue a cable television program which I produce and hosted called LA's Great Personalities. So I've taken that experience along with my team, and together we have built jazzonmymind.com, coast to coast.
Have you ever thought about doing Jazz on My Mind on internet radio?
Well, Brother Ray, that's what the three of us have been talking about, you, Gary, and myself. I would love to put Jazz on My Mind on the radio, because what Gary is doing is absolutely wonderful.